Hey, welcome you guys. It's really cool. So we're getting ready for our 16th draft here. Great group of scouts. A lot of experience in this room, a lot of talented people.
The NFL is kind of the NFL. No matter where you are, if you can attach yourself to the right people and be around just a good group of guys in the room, I think that makes all the difference, because if you're around the right group of people, like, that makes every bit of difference in the world.
It's a long, long year of transactions and player acquisition. You never know what's going to happen.
The fact that we've been together a long time, that it's a group that knows each other so well, I think all those things contribute to, we're like a family of scouts. So like when we're on the road, I don't feel like at an all-star game that other teams are as tight-knit as we are.
We're going to get together on Monday and talk about you. That's the point. How's this guy fall in line? Good luck throughout the process, fellas. Let's go.
It's a lot of fun. We're catching up from the coach's perspective. So, John and the guys have done a great job of setting it up where our position coaches can kind of drive the interview. And I think the world of our scouts, they do a tremendous job. They don't have an easy deal. I mean, these guys have to generate a lot of great information. It's got to be accurate. They're away from their families, so I have a lot of respect for what they do. But just spend time with them too, just away from the field, get to know them on a different level, and we're all rowing the same direction. We're all on the same team here, and again, just more time together to create more connection for our football team is good for us.
My name is Callie Minshew. I'm the Personnel and Football Operations Assistant. I basically handle all the operations on the scouting side, so free agents, combine, Senior Bowl, all that. I would really struggle if I didn't have that family vibe that the Seattle Seahawks bring. Especially in our personnel department, having that family is such an important, especially when we look into scouting and looking at the players that we're bringing in.
Corners?
Yeah, I might go by there for a little bit.
I grew up with the Greens. They moved to Brandon, Mississippi, where I'm from, in first grade. Me and Jack were in the same first grade class, and then the Greens also joined our church, so our parents were able to get pretty close. Having Jack here was so huge, having somebody who's just as far away from you, living on their own. We're the same age, so we're 24, living in Seattle, being from Brandon. It just meant a whole lot knowing that he was there and he kind of understood.
Now it's real cool to have, share your, what you do with your son. You're able to kind of pass the torch, and, we can give our kids a great map, but you also got to let them fail, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to tell them too much, because at the end of the day, each person's got to learn and grow and kind of carve their own niche. When I first started, I wasn't used to being away, right? That's the biggest thing, scout, that people don't understand, is how much you're away. Spring break, my wife, my daughter, and Jack, we'd all go together. We'd stay in the hotel. Me and Jack would go do the pro day thing. My wife, Jennifer, my daughter, Mary, would go shopping. We'd go do our thing, they'd go do their thing. We'd load up the car, and then we travel to the next stop. You know what I mean? I guess who was the first guy? Sidney Rice.
Sidney Rice, when
I
was in first grade.
Yeah, he would give me the numbers. I'd put them in the computer. So I always had like an assistant, so it was pretty cool to have.
Free labor.
Free labor, pretty much.
When I got done playing at Ole Miss, started reaching out to guys like Heinlein, different guys in the league that I met. I found the Nunn-Wooten thing, the internship with Seattle, and it's for former players. And then they flew me up there for like the real in-person interview. They offered it to me when I was up there. Left there saying yes, on the other side of the world. So I think that starts with John too, is like, he started out as an intern, all his years in Green Bay, learned under Ron Wolf. I think he has a soft spot for interns, like coming up, and I think him, Trent, Matt, Nolan, all those guys, like, they try to put a lot on your plate so that you are able to multitask and do a lot of different things. And it's tough at times trying to do all those and juggle all that, but at the same time, like you said, we get to do a lot more than most people in that position do at other teams.
I think that is our mantra. I think that stems from John, certainly. We want you to grow, and so you're going to get exposed to things. We want you to have every opportunity to become the best version of yourself, and we're going to do that by you're going to learn hands-on.
I mean, everyone knows, like, it's a constant grind, but it's a grind that you really have to enjoy. Like, you gotta have some grit. Like you gotta just keep going, because you get done with the season and then you get into the off season. It's like, yeah, the players take off, but hey, we're still here and we're building the roster the next week for the next year. So my name's Azam Kapadia. I am a player personnel assistant. This is my second year with the team. For being one of the younger scouts, like it's honestly like a great spot to be in.
This is my first time doing this. Do I tell people I'm mic'd up before I start talking to them?
Strongly suggest that. Strongly suggest that. But tell them at the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah. This is my first time doing it, so I don't know what the procedure is.
But I said,
and I feel bad because I told him halfway through.
John has a good reason why he's been busy.
Yes, there is a very good reason.
Day one of free agency, like negotiations, you kind of knew like how the day's gonna go and like what's gonna happen. Craziness of being there when Darnold, like the whole thing goes down. So like, all right, like let's freaking go. Like it honestly kind of just motivates you more. Like it's like, all right, let's get to the draft now. Like we're ready to build this team and we're trying to go to the Super Bowl.
That's good.
But having that opportunity, really cool experience.
This is so exciting. We're at the talk of the town right now.
I know.
This is so exciting.
Hey, how much do you take any time? What do you get as far as just away from football? Season ends.
Trace and I took a couple days right after that first week, and then then we just got right back after it. All the stuff with the offensive coordinators hire with Clint and everything was awesome, and then free agency meetings and.
Tell us about, you were on vacation. You weren't doing anything. There's nothing going on, right? Senior Bowl being one of them. Tell us about that. I know you spent some time down in still Mobile.
Yeah, we brought Mike with us. I'm not sure he's going to go again. I'm like, you sure you want to go, man? You're going to get bombarded by people down there. He's like, no, I really want to go and see the players and stuff. And
did he get
sure enough, we got down there and he got bombarded. He's signing helmets and stuff outside the stadium. People coming up to him asking him for jobs and everything.
Draft starts in Mobile, Alabama, and there is a lot of top talent, and we are going to start.
I think with the Senior Bowl, the access that we get down there in terms of the interviews, down on the field, all very beneficial for us.
Many believe the best roster of the history of this game. It's the 76th Reese Senior Bowl.
It's great to get back with the scouts, like all of our guys, being around our guys, being able to talk. We've been together so long now, we're able to kind of speak the same language.
Yeah, it's really your first hands-on experience with the actual player. The entire time we're at the school, we're getting to figure out everything about player A without actually getting to talk to player.
But it's just awesome to be around all these guys and like so proud of like all especially the young guys too. Like they're just so knowledgeable and on top of it.
Sitting here bundled up with parkas and gloves, and I need sunblock and sunglasses.
On the field, you get to see good on good, which is awesome. You get to see guys in individual drills, which you probably don't get a ton of exposure to on the college campus. Or
Gray's Abel's just getting all the reps here, boys. Gray's Abel at left guard working on Alexander out of Toledo.
It's a great refresher to your August visits.
Yeah, it's so compressed, man.
But more importantly, we do all this research on these guys in the fall, and you haven't talked to the player yet. So you're trying to figure out where the truth lies in the narrative that you've gotten at the school. And it's always fun to talk to those guys that you've been researching for 6 months and figure out who they are and if they feel like they're fits for us.
There's no such thing, like when you get to our league, like you gotta go every day, like, because if you don't go every day and you don't perform, when you get your foot in the door, it's hit the ground running. Like you can't look back and you gotta go.
All right, so what positions do you play football-wise? I think the big thing about the Senior Bowl is that we get to sit and meet all the players. We get to sit and interview all the players. It's your first chance because a lot of the schools we go to don't allow us to talk to the players while we're there in the fall. How was the offensive differences and philosophy differences from A&T to Tech? Was there any, and was it a big adjustment for you? So when we get that opportunity and you kind of put pieces together, what you've been told about the guy, you want to actually talk to the person and talk to the player and find out, all right, is this true? What kind of kid is he?
Cannonball One was a...
We're impressed.
Burt
You remember that
Reynolds
movie?
Burt
Young
Reynolds
Reed, you've heard of that movie at least?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you like it?
Yeah, but I think they're getting the wrong kind of beer across state lines.
Players in the field are what people associate with the Seattle Seahawks. So we're out there trying to find the next Seattle Seahawk, the next person that can help us get to where we want to go. And obviously that's another Super Bowl.
Got Gray Zabel here from North Dakota State. Great we have your permission to film this. It's awesome. So tell us briefly about yourself. Life in Pierre, South Dakota, growing up as a kid, high school sports.
We're information gatherers at the end of the day. Like, they pay me to get information, they pay me to find out everything about that player, whatever it might be. And then it's just like learning about them and who they are to their core.
Both my parents played college athletics, so it was a super competitive household. I had an older brother and a younger brother. Kind of grew up with playing living room football with those plastic helmets. So
everything that you say about them, in terms of what they do, we want to make sure that that's the same way that they're consistent when they get into the building in terms of their approach, their love and passion for football, and just their willingness to really be great.
Good job, man. Thank you very much. Nice job. It's fun watching you play, man. Yeah, it is. And appreciate it. Good luck to you.
It's a nice thing. You go up there, so you're going to find guys who love football and do it the right way.
When you're watching tape, you get an idea who the player is, but then when you meet them, it might not be the don't judge a book by its cover is the saying, I guess.
Like, describe like your game at its best, when it's just, hey, you get all the opportunities, took advantage of.
Might be a super physical player on tape. You might think you're getting some crazy alpha male that's going to just dominate the conversation, and it might be a completely, like a gentle giant.
I would say one on the defensive side, you got to keep Coach. That dude is a genius. So
it's just important of how they are on the field as they are as a person, and their wire and their love for football, and getting to know them. You can tell they can't really fake it by the end of it.
Mike came in, and Mike has a certain personality. He has a certain way, style that nobody wants to play. We're going to be chasing edges, and it's 12 is 1. So as Mike's been able to develop that within the team, you watch the character changes. You watch guys adapting. You watch who can adapt and who can adapt. Which really helps us in the personnel process, because as we're now looking for guys that fit the system and fit what Mike's want and fit what he's looking for in his football players, you kind of have all that knowledge internally.
I think there's no secret formula on how to draft guys the right way and when to take what trait and all this different stuff. But to me, it's as coaches, we're trying to get caught up with the scouts and their process. All these little different opportunities, these data points where you can gain these observations and maybe a little insight here or there, or get a feel for the player or the person. All those things are really important, I think.
And that's the challenge. It's like trying to find guys that have that same passion, the same willingness to be successful and to help this team win titles.
Continuity in sport is huge. And our group, for the most part, has been together. This is John's 16th year, 16 drafts. We've been together close to 2 decades, some of us.
All right, we've talked about the offensive line enough, and I think that both you and I are in agreement that the number one thing Schneider needs to do to make it pay off is fix the offensive line.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Trading away a quarterback you knew you could win with. You won 10 games last year. Trading away a wide receiver that's been one of the most productive receivers you've drafted. That's a gamble.
You got to get some tight ends in this thing. We talk about being able to run the football. When you had 2 tight end sets out there and you're able to set that edge and influence the defense, even better, the tight ends are probably one of the most underappreciated guys on a football field.
Being excited about what the opportunity is. You can't help but envision a lot of these guys on your team.
I think where that helps us in our process is, one, you have deep relationships, right? So you're not going to get offended by the truth. Because the other is we know how we communicate. So when you're together for an extended period, we've had mistakes, and we've learned from those mistakes as a group, and you just communicate better, and you're on the same page more consistently, I think, the longer you are together.
What's really important are just the pillars that we want to build on, and doubling down on those things in times of doubt. Having the opportunity to lead the team and these guys and chase a championship for us has just been an awesome process.
And the fact that you like each other helps. We have a lot of fun as a group, and everybody's got their own unique way they fit in our group. But I think that adds to our process and how we're able to talk and acquire players.
It's not where you start, it's how you finish. And just know that there's guys that are going to get drafted, going to be rookie free agent signings right after the draft. There's guys going to be invited to camps. You never know when an opportunity is going to arrive. This isn't like 40 times and verts and all that kind of. when the weekend's over, you guys have to get your mind right to like get in there and like get with the coaches, start learning and working your asses off.
Hey, way to work, bro.
Enjoy your time. Yeah, compete your asses off and have fun, man.
It was a unique draft.
Hello, this is Greg.
Let's go. Fire up.
And then having those 4 picks to start on day 2 was really cool.